Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we would love it if you would subscribe down below. We're the Garza twins. I'm Britta. And I'm Carly, and today we're going to be filming our October favorites. We love these videos, so let's get started. Okay, so I actually have only one makeup favorite this month. I bought a bunch of like either clothes or lifestyle related things. Which didn't we... Number one, I can't believe it's already November. I know, almost November. But last month when we were filming, didn't we say something about like, oh, I'm sure we'll have a ton of like fall stuff in the next month's favorite because we just buy so much when like the seasons change. You can go on, but I was just like, yeah, of course, because we're buying like clothes and things. Yeah, I guess less makeup. No, but I feel like I have been buying makeup. Maybe nothing that just stood out to me. I don't know. So first up, hopefully this comes as no surprise because I spoke about it in our weekly favorites, raved about it. It's the Lawless, the little one eyeshadow palette. Like, look at how much I use this. It's so dirty. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. I love this. I've been wearing it every day. The tones, these are just my ideal eyeshadow tones. They're just bronzes that are neutral, and it's just beautiful. I love it so much. Taupe free. I talked about it in that weekly favorites, but we prefer smaller pan palettes. This is a 8-pan palette, and I just like, I like that I don't have to think about it. Like, I can look at it and I can like be like, I'm gonna put this one in my crease and wear the cream on the lid, or like today I put this one in the crease and I'm wearing this one on the lid. It's just easy. You don't have to think about it. It does have a mirror. I like the packaging, how it's like just black and sleek, and yeah, there's not that much to say except for that I love this and I've been using it every day. Okay, I have a new favorite foundation, which is huge for me. I mean, you guys know this is like big time. I never really wear foundation in general. I just wear like my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. I don't like when people say that because like that is a foundation. It's just sheer. It's so sheer. Okay, that one is. If anything, it's like a tinted moisturizer with SPF. Like I guess I was like, you used to wear the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. Yeah, that has more coverage. Which is more coverage. I do still really like that one. But I wear, the Complexion Rescue, or I mix it with the L'Oreal foundation if I want more coverage. But regardless, it's really hard for me to even try a new foundation, let alone fall in love with one. But I am obsessed with this foundation. It's the Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. I'm sure you've heard of it. Number one, it has SPF 30, which is incredible for a foundation, especially one that's not marketed as like coverage, like tinted moisturizer as product. Like, to me, I believe they're marketing this as a medium coverage foundation, but I think it's pretty full. Really? Yes. Like, well, maybe it's because I'm so used to the Complexion Rescue. It's very sheer that to me this seems very high coverage. Well, I think a medium coverage would be like you could still see blemishes through it. Yeah, I don't really think you can on me. But anyways, it comes in this beautiful glass component. It has a twist top, so you just twist it to dispense and then twist it back. It has like the Shiseido emblem etched on the top. Beautiful, beautiful packaging. This foundation is supposed to, like it says, it's the skin refreshing foundation. So it's supposed to wear all day long and look like refreshed throughout the day. And I absolutely agree with that. We went to San Diego last weekend and I was like, I have to wear this foundation because we were going to be, outside, and I wasn't going to get home until like late that night, and so we left early in the morning, drove to San Diego, did all this stuff, and my foundation looked so good at the end of the night. I had never been so impressed with how a foundation wore, but this stuff still looks like skin. Like, I feel like a lot of long-wearing foundations look so matte and just like a mask on your face, and it's like, of course it's gonna wear That's why I've been wearing the L'Oreal Fresh Wear for years, because nothing else has that effect. So this one lasts such a long time. Oh, I'm wearing it right now, if you wanted to know what it looked like. I also wore it in the last like set of videos we filmed, like our last weekly favorites. My perioral dermatitis video, and a lot of you asked like what I had on my face, and this foundation is all I've been wearing. I'm the shade 260 Cashmere. Yes, very impressed with the longevity, very impressed that it has sunscreen, but it doesn't have any white cast. I love the undertones and the whole shade selection. It made it really easy to find a shade that matched me. The only thing I will say is a lot of influencer videos I watched, it looked so thin when they applied it. Yeah, like Melissa's. Yes, and it looked very luminous on me. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it's a thicker foundation for sure. and I apply it with a brush, and because it's a little bit thicker than I'm used to, I definitely have to like blend it in, and once it's on, it has a very airbrush look immediately, but to me it looks matte to like satin matte. It's definitely not that dewy on my skin, so maybe my skin's just very dry right now. I don't mind because it just looks so airbrushed, and I love that look, and then I'll just spray with a setting spray to kind of bring some dew back. But I just want to point that out because a lot of people, it looked so luminous on them, and on me, that wasn't my experience. I'm raving about this foundation, but regardless, I love it. I've been loving it all month. It's really good. Okay, another thing, which I actually didn't check if these were still available, so fingers crossed. I think they are because they come in different prints and colors. But I've been wearing these literally every day for the past month. Well, not literally. Sometimes I wear other shoes, but I would say 80% of October I was wearing these mules. They're by the brand Vagabond, which I'd never heard of, but I had purchased some pointy toe black mules from Target, I think a couple years ago, but they were obviously not real leather. But I wore them so much that they just broke down, and I was like, I just need to invest in a good pair of leather mules that'll last, because I truly wear these every day. Mules are my favorite shoes to wear because I feel like they don't have a season associated with them. You can wear them all year round, and I hate socks. So even in the fall and winter, like to wear boots, I love booties, but I just hate wearing socks. So if I don't have to wear socks, I'll always like gravitate towards a mule if that's an option. And as you can see, the heel height is, I would say, like 2 to 3 inches. Yeah. It's pretty low, but still high enough where they look like, you know, chic. You can dress them up or down. The leather on them is just really nice too. I feel like it doesn't look too shiny. I hate when when shoes are too shiny. I feel like it cheapens the look a little bit, and they don't really crease. Like, I mean, you can kind of see where I've like worn them and walked in them, but they don't crease an awful amount. But if you guys have any recommendations on how to prevent scuff marks, let me know, because these do get scuffed up pretty easily, and I can wipe them down and they look brand new. But if you have anything like a spray I can spray on them that would prevent the scuff marks, let me know. I have a spray and a shoe shine. Anything for leather. What does the spray do? I think it protects against anything. I've sprayed it on 2 pairs of leather shoes now, and it's worked. Well, is it too late or is it fine? No, you can probably spray it. Okay, I'll do that today. Just remind me. Oh, and true to size, I got a 7.5. Oh, no, these are the, okay, so to preface, I ordered 2 pointed-toed black leather mules, one from this brand, but I hadn't ever heard of this brand, so I was like, ooh, I don't know. And then I ordered one from Treasure and Bond, and the Treasure and Bond ones had like a really nice cushioned sole, but the shape I didn't like as much, and they were a little bit of a lower heel, so I kept the Vagabond ones. But those I had ordered the Treasure and Bond in a 7.5, and I believe these didn't come in 7.5, so I got a 7. I'm normally a 7.5, and the 7 fit fine. So size down if you're in between sizes like I am, but I love them. I think they're beautiful. I recommend them to anyone, and they weren't even crazy expensive. I think they were like $115, and I've already like made that money back in wears. So highly recommend if you're looking for some mules for the fall. Okay, maybe I'll go into my fashion find next too. So this purse is my new favorite love. It's from Kiwana. You guys know that we've loved their purses so much. Specifically this one. It's called the camera bag. The camera bag, yes. And I have it in like their normal pebbled black. Britta has it in the croc from last year, which is black as well. And they kind of always redo it every year or every like season. And this fall season, they made it in this chocolate crocodile pattern, and they also redid the hardware, which I'm obsessed with. Like, I have never seen this bar situation on a zipper. I just love it. I think it's so chic, and like it's the perfect shade of gold. They also added, I don't know if yours has this. No, it's like it has a buckle, but not that. A round gold buckle, which the gold and the chocolate just look so good together. I went back and forth for weeks on getting this, and then eventually I was like, you know what, I can't stop thinking about that purse. I'm gonna get it. And I already used the black one so much. Yeah, their bags are so well made. They're so well made. Like, for the price, like, yes, it was like $250, I want to say, but I mean, honestly, this is worth like so much more in my opinion. I'm just really impressed because I worn the black one like out and it still is like held up so nicely. The only differences I noticed between the original camera bag and this one, I think because of the material, they had to structure it more. So it's definitely a little harder to open the zipper and get the bag open. Like my black one opens a lot easier. And then they took out the interior zipper. So it's just kind of like a little pocket now instead of a zipper. That's fine with me. I just wish I would have known that beforehand. I would have still purchased it, but I just didn't know until it arrived. So just wanted to make that clear, but love this bag. It's a limited edition. Their stuff sells out pretty quickly. So
I got mine last year and it sold out so quickly.
I know. I did check the site yesterday. It's still up, but if you are interested, I would hop on that train now. Okay, and sorry I'm not wearing this. I know it's always easier to see on, but these lights are so hot I can't put this blazer on. But I'll obviously link it down below and show you guys like the picture from the website. But this is a blazer from Old Navy, and I know Old Navy is like out of left field, but Emily Schumann, Cupcakes and Cashmere, was on her Instagram stories at Old Navy. She got like the cutest windbreaker jacket. I know it doesn't, that sounds like an oxymoron, but it was so adorable. And she was just saying like, oh, I didn't know Old Navy had such nice things. Like the quality feels really nice here. Like don't sleep on it. So I didn't. I went to their website and I had been in the market for a black blazer. I wanted something that was in between, like, so I have like a jersey material type of blazer, but it's very casual looking. And then you know how a lot of blazers are made of like that very, I don't want to say scratchy material, but very structured. And they usually have the shoulder pads. And I think the look of that's really nice, but it's not as practical for like a day-to-day wear. I wanted something that was kind of like a blazer coat. And the reviews said that this blazer was just that. They were like, I wasn't expecting it to be so weighted. I can wear this as a coat, but the fabric also makes it look more casual so you can dress it down. And I wholeheartedly agree. This is such a heavy blazer in a good way. Whereas for me personally, living in Southern California, like we don't always really need a coat in the fall and winter. And so I like to have blazers or things of this sort that I can wear as a jacket and I don't need an additional piece to bring with me. And the black, it's like super black. It's stretchy. It's a little bit stretchy. So like you can easily wear like a long sleeve underneath it. I got the size extra small. So I would say they run a little bit large. I mean, I'm usually an extra small or a small in shirts depending, but with a jacket I would normally go with a small. So I guess they run a little bit big, but I just really, really love it. I feel like the length is really perfect. It hits, I would say, below the waist, so it has like a bit of a long line appearance without being too long. And the, I think, what is this called, the lapel? I think that's just the collar. Is it the lapel? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not really good with the lapels. Oh, really? Okay, maybe. Oh, no, aren't the lapels usually the things on here? You guys tell us. I think we're a little lost. Yeah. But this area, I like that it's not too thick. Like it just folds over slightly. It's more like dainty and feminine in my opinion than having like a full-on collar blazer, if that makes sense. So here, I'll try to hold it up so you guys can see it, but it's just really, really nice. Like the fabric's stretchy, like I said, it's very weighted, and I believe it was on sale for $40, and Old Navy has sales all the time, so I bet it could even go as low as $30, which is a true steal. And I'm definitely gonna look into more of their blazers because I love a good blazer. Okay, I have one skincare product to talk about this month. It's the new Crave Oh So Simple Water Cream. Crave Beauty has been talking about them launching a moisturizer for like a year now. It looks like this, just nice, white and fluffy. And I've been waiting patiently. Crave is one of my favorite skincare brands. Well, we both love it. And after my perioral dermatitis situation, I've been really careful with anything I put on my skin. And this has less than 10 ingredients, and they say it's safe for like babies, pregnant women, eczema prone, rosacea prone, like basically anyone, which is amazing. And so I felt confident ordering this and putting it on my sensitive skin, and I have not had any reaction. They said it's just a no frills moisturizer. Like it's very simple, very basic, but it'll get the job done. It'll moisturize, it's safe for everyone, and that's like exactly what I'm looking for. I'm so impressed. I think for the price, I believe it's like $30. for 2.7 ounces, which is pretty high for a moisturizer. I think it'll last me a long time. I'm just really impressed, and oats are a really calming ingredient.
Like in any eczema thing, they use colloidal oatmeal.
Exactly. So I think that it has really helped even calm my skin since it is so sensitive now. So really, really impressed with this. I'm not surprised. I knew I was going to love it, but I just want to put that out there if you're looking for a basic, simple moisturizer. Okay, this is a very bulky item, so I'm definitely going to insert a photo, but I do want to show you how it works, so hopefully I can figure this out.
Oh no, maybe we should film like an insert or something. Let me just try.
Okay, so this is the CalPac Murphy, and I heard Amy Serrano talk about it. If you're not following Amy, she's a delight. Definitely check out her channel. And she was going through all her favorite CalPac pieces, and she spoke about the Murphy, and I immediately needed to order it. But quick hot take on this. So I knew that CalPac was at Nordstrom Rack because my carry-on is CalPac, and I purchased it from Nordstrom Rack. So I thought, oh, instead of paying full price, which I think was $100 for the Murphy, $90 or $100, I decided to check Nordstrom Rack, and they had it for $60, plus their taxes and shipping is kind of expensive. So it ended up being like $70 maybe, but still I saved some money, and I would pay full price for this because I'm truly obsessed. So the whole point of this piece is that you know how airlines these days, like sometimes the ticket that you purchase, if it's like their economy ticket, I believe, you aren't allowed overhead bin space. So if you bring a normal sized carry-on onto the plane and you don't have bin space, like you basically can't use that carry-on.
Or if you fly Delta, little tip, I just want to bring this up because I feel like they didn't advertise this at all. Delta used to board based on your boarding zone. Like if you, right? Like it was so...
Doesn't everybody?
They did that for years. Now you board based on what ticket you purchase.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
They have like an economy, I don't know, they all name them differently to confuse
They
you.
do.
They have like an economy ticket now too, and I was on a work trip, and I was like, well, I'm boarding zone, blah, 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 but they said I couldn't board until like my ticket was called, and by the time my ticket was called, all the overhead bin space was full, and I get it because people pay more, but then also all the people on the back of the plane, like, there's no way there's going to be overhead bin space.
Yeah.
So just a little tidbit, if you fly Delta, they have changed their ways.
So definitely don't take a normal size carry-on. Get yourself a Murphy, because the whole point is for situations like that. The Murphy is advertised to fit under an airplane seat, so it basically qualifies as a personal item. So with a lot of these economy tickets, they say you only are allowed a personal item, not a carry-on, because they associate a carry-on with the larger size luggage that fits only in an overhead bin.
Yeah. Which, honestly, little thing, I don't believe Britta this is going to fit under a seat, so we're going to Nashville soon, and I'm dying to see her try.
Okay,
so,
but that's how they advertise it. I'm just saying what they say. I haven't been on an airplane with this, but if it fits under an airplane seat, as they state, this is the greatest invention of 2019.
Yeah.
Because of all those confusing airline tickets. Like, we have been in that situation. We don't generally travel with the hard shell luggage carry-on.
But if we do a lot actually recently.
I do now. But if we did, like, you get so confused by what does your ticket allow?
Or like Spirit charges you more for a carry-on, so this bad boy would cost quite a penny.
Yes, okay, so this is what it looks like. Hopefully you can see this. So it is pretty petite. Here's a nice side view. So it is kind of thick on the side. It has a little handle, so you can roll it. This goes higher up, so like you can roll it like you would like a normal, like how work people, or like work people, how business people like travel with their little like luggages in the airport, you know what I mean? It's kind of reminiscent of that, but like a sleeker, more millennial version. So first we have this large pocket in the front. I feel like this is going to be a huge chunk of this video, but I'm very enthusiastic and I want to show you guys. So you unzip it, and then on the inside we have this little gem of a situation. I love that this is like plastic, because I have like clear plastic or translucent PVC bags that I travel all my toiletries with, because if they like open in a luggage, it's just bad news. So I feel comfortable like putting toiletries in here. It's really thick too. It's nice material. And so I can separate it too. I can put like my body products and my hair products, and everything fits. If you believe it or not, everything fits. And then we have this little pocket right here. which is just mesh, and I had been putting my hair appliances. So not like a blow dryer obviously wouldn't fit in there, but I have a mini straightener, my curling wand fits in here, and then this pocket obviously is for clothes, but I can also fit my laptop comfortably in here. And you guys, so the first time I used this, the only time I used it so far, I'd taken it to San Diego for just a one-night trip, and I had fit like all my toiletries. I had fit a pair of pajamas, an outfit for the following day, I believe a jacket, a candle because we were bringing our friend a candle, a book, my laptop, and there was room, oh, and a pair of shoes, and there was room to spare on the top. I could have
Where'd you put your makeup?
Oh, my makeup? We didn't bring makeup.
Oh, yeah.
So we didn't bring makeup on that trip, but let me get into that. So, I had room to, I could have fit my makeup on top. Like, there was still room to spare up here. I could not believe my eyes. And then on the side, this is like such a gem too because I feel like you can fit so much in here. What did I end up putting in here on that trip? Like, I bet I could fit a curling iron in here.
Not on
our blow dryer.
She's delusional. If they let her put this under the seat, I don't believe it. I will see.
Okay, but you believe that this fits so much.
I think it'll fit a lot. I just think they'll be like, ma'am, that's not a carry-on size.
I think I fit a water bottle on the size, but what I was trying to say was I definitely could fit like a small makeup bag in here. Not my like bigger one, but definitely a small one. Maybe I could do like makeup brushes. And then it even has, oh, let me shut this. It even has a little zipper pocket on the back. I don't know what you would need to put in here. Maybe like your boarding documents if you're still like one of the people that prints them out. Maybe you could put that in there. But you guys, I could not believe how much this fit. And I love, I got the black because you guys know I love black. But it comes in like this really beautiful light gray, this cute blush pink. I just think it's so nifty, for lack of a better term. I am obsessed with it. And even if like, so for instance, like Carly was saying, she doesn't believe that it's going to fit under an airplane seat. If it doesn't, I still recommend this bag for weekend trips because I had been working with like a typical weekender style bag that wasn't very structured and you kind of just throw everything in one large pocket. And I always hated using it because I couldn't find anything. Yes, you can stuff a lot in there, but I feel like I can stuff more in here and everything's separated. So even if you just need something for weekend trips, this is the way to go. The Murphy is my new best friend. Okay, I have one more item. This is kind of a random item. I talked about this in a weekly favorites, but it's the new ColourPop makeup sponge. I think it's only $6 or $7. You can only get it, well actually, maybe they'll sell it at Ulta soon.
I think they will eventually.
Because our Ulta has a ton of ColourPop now. But
what?
I just noticed your slivers.
Yep.
Why? What's weird?
They're just kind of like, they're just really round.
Yeah.
They look like clogs.
I like them. But I talked about this in weekly favorites, so I won't get too in detail, but I love how squishy it is. It's way squishier than any of the sponges I've tried. Reminds me of the original L'Oreal sponge that we loved. The shape is just like the Real Technique sponge, but to me it's softer and squishier, so I like that. The Black Beauty Blender is still my #1, but it's always sold out, and I just got so annoyed, so I'm trying to switch to new sponges, and this one will definitely save me money because it's really good. I've been using it to blend out concealer and like just airbrush foundation like every day. And I haven't used sponges in a long time. I've just been blending everything with my fingers or brushes. So for me to like get back into a sponge says a lot. Okay, and I finally have another book favorite for you guys. Got back into reading, finished another book. This is my 15th book of the year, and my goal was to read 20, so I have to read 5 more by the end of the year. Leave your recommendations down below. I feel like you guys have a good grasp on what I like, and I find it so sweet when you like DM me book recommendations because I truly want all of them. So this is another Ellen Hilderbrand read. My friend Sarah recommended it. It's called Winter in Paradise, and I wish this lady would like change her cover art because I think it just doesn't do the book justice. Like all of her
hat's cute.
Yeah, I just feel like it's very, like if I were to see this at Costco, I would be like, oh, that's for a different generation. You know what I mean? When I do think a lot of women in multiple generations could enjoy her books, I do think that like people my age, I'm 28, enjoy them. Like, they're really good reads, and I don't know, like, the branding is just a little off for me. But that's aside from the point. Don't judge a book by its cover, right? This is the perfect example of that. So this book is about someone named Irene Steele, and she... This is a funny name. She finds out... So I just want to make sure I'm not giving anything away. Okay, yes. She finds out that her husband died in a helicopter crash, and he had been living a double life on a Caribbean island, and they live in Iowa. Or Idaho? Iowa. I believe they live in Iowa. So they have 2 sons. She and her 2 sons go to the island to try to, like, uncover his whole life there and, like, find out what happened. And it's just a really so the thing I love about her books, if you follow me on Goodreads, I did a whole review on this, but I like that the 2 that I've read, which is The Perfect Couple and Winter in Paradise, they both have, they're kind of like a mystery romance, but they're also realistic. They're not overly cheesy. They're not over the top. Like, yes, this probably doesn't happen to most people. You don't find out that your husband is living a double life, but we actually know someone that happened to. So these things do happen, and the way that they deal with it in the book is very realistic. I feel like Irene has a vulnerability to her while also being really strong. So she was my favorite character personally. But then the characters that are introduced that live on the island are also very unique and complex, and the way that they kind of associate with the Steele family is interesting and complex, but also realistic. So I find that I can relate to these characters more than in other books of the same kind of genre, which I think is due to the author. Her writing style is very, very unique in my opinion, in a good way. So if you like a book that's a good mix of mystery and a little bit of romance, but mostly a mystery, definitely check this out. And there is a sequel called... What is it called?
It might say it on here.
Oh, maybe it does. What Happens in Paradise. And my friend Sarah told me that she read it so quickly because it was so good. I don't know if she said it was better than this one, but she loved it just as much. And this one leaves you with such a cliffhanger that now I need to buy that. And I believe it came out like this month. It's a brand new book by her. So I'm going to read that one next, and then I need 4 more to hit my goal for the year. So please leave your recs down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this monthly favorites. Please leave your recommendations down below because we love hearing what you've been loving every month. Especially makeup, because obviously we haven't had that much this month.
It's true.